Today we are celebrating the World Students' Day. When I grow up, I want to be a civil.
And today we're commemorating World Students' Day with the theme of a better future for each child. We're imploring the whole world, starting from here in Hatfield, to respect the children's rights, be they education, good health, access to information, everything that the children might need in order to achieve their purpose. They are all So, I'd like to start by saying thank you to all the participants. The participants are you guys who are here, all the children who are here. This day wouldn't be without children because this is World Children's Day. So without you guys, then there wouldn't be a Children's Day to commemorate. Okay, so for that, let's clap hands for ourselves. I'd also like to thank your parents. Some of you who came from home, your parents, for allowing you to participate in this. It's very important. I'd like to thank Shungudzawana Trust. Those are your parents. Those who came from Shungudzawana, those are your parents, for allowing you to participate in this. They could have said no, and you guys would not have celebrated this day, commemorated this day. So thank you to Shungudzawana Trust. I'd like to say thank you to Say What for their support. They're the ones who gave us the PPE, the sanitizer, and they came with their media person. They came to talk to us as well, and they've given us a number to use whenever we're in trouble. So let's clap hands for all these people. So today is an event for, it was an event for children, by children. It means that it was for you guys, and you're the ones who were on the forefront, and it's the first of its kind for MWC Sport. Now MWC Sport is a sports management organization. So when I was young, like when I was your age, all I would hear about sport is a waste of time, you won't go anywhere with sport in Zimbabwe. So having heard a speech by Nelson Mandela when he said that sport has power to change the world, I began to reflect on that. So this, what we are doing today, is getting awareness about our rights and speaking out our rights through sport. And the sport that we're doing today is athletics. Athletics, because we're walking. In athletics, there's what is called a walking race, or even just a normal walk. So the reason why we did athletics only, the reason why we walked only, is because it's during the COVID pandemic right now. So we can't be doing other sports that you guys would like to do. And I hope you guys today have learned a lot about your rights. I heard some saying that they learned about the right to education, some learned about the right to life, like what the police officer said. Very important. It shouldn't end here. Okay? When we leave this place, we will try to share with you those papers. You can share them amongst yourselves so that you continue to read about your rights, so that you continue to talk about your rights, because it's very, very important that we observe that. So today, Children's Day 2020 in particular, based on the theme that we were given by UNICEF, is a day to reimagine a better future for every child. Every child. When I say every child, I mean you guys that are here and children that are all over the world. Yeah. So based on that, I would like to talk to two special groups of people. Yeah. First, the leaders. Then second, to you, I want to talk to you, the children. Yeah. So when I say leaders, I'm talking about first your parents. I'm talking about your guardians. Guardians means the people who take care of you, like from the Shungudzawana Trust. I'm talking about your siblings, people who are older than you. I'm talking about this society, Hatfield. It has its own leaders. I'm talking about the government. Yes. I'm talking about the Minister of Health and Child Welfare. I'm talking about even up to the President and world leaders. So, to the world leaders, I'm just imploring you to put an end to child marriages. It's a very, very selfish thing to deny a child their chance to choose who they want to be with and when they want to be with that person, if at all they want to be with any person. So let's put an end to these child marriages, because we are cutting short the destinies of a lot of children by forcing them into some household with some man for selfish reasons. Yeah, and also we're imploring the government to provide health and sanity. I mean, I've passed by the clinic a lot of times and there's a whole lot of people there waiting to be served. So what we need is more clinics, what we need is more hospitals, because these people that are here, you people that are here, are the doctors tomorrow, are the nurses tomorrow. You need to be able to be healthy to be able to do that. You need also to the facilities to be able to help other people. Yeah. And also a very important thing is child protection nowadays. Child protection, I'm talking about your mental health, I'm talking about violence. There's someone that I saw with a placard that says no to violence. In this year alone, in the past few months, right here in Zimbabwe, we've had a very catastrophic stories about children being killed. 4 kids were killed by their own parent, and another child was sacrificed because they wanted to sell him off. They wanted to sell his body parts. So I'm imploring the leaders, I'm pleading with you, all our leaders, myself included as a young leader, that we should put an end to this, and we should put in place facilities, we should put in place systems that protect the child, because all the leaders in the positions that we are in today, we were once children, and we do not want to cut short that for these other children that are upcoming because of things that we can easily avoid. Now, we also need to create a very good environment. There's a whole lot of global warming happening in this time. So as leaders, let's make plans in order to plant trees to preserve our environment. Because the moment we are negligent ourselves, we are going to leave this earth at some point. And these children are the ones who will suffer, here present and all over the world. So let's try as much as possible as leaders to preserve our environment, to maintain it by doing the necessary things that we ought to do. Yeah? And the last one to the leaders, very important, education. We're in the time of the global pandemic, COVID-19, which no one prepared for. And we have a lot of children who learn in government schools where they, unlike those in private schools, they couldn't get access to online learning. Some children from March, they haven't gone to school. Those that have gone to schools, most of them have come back with reports that schools are closed or the teachers are not there. So as leaders, it is our responsibility to provide education for children. Let's close the digital divide. The digital divide is basically, it means that there are some children who are suffering because they don't have access to, let's not even talk about the internet. Some don't even have access to electricity in rural areas. That's a very important issue that we should address today. If we're not, then the future of these children is doomed, and we will be responsible for that, dead or alive. Yeah. So as leaders, I'm kindly and humbly imploring yourselves and myself that we should work on these things. We are the leaders today, these children are the leaders tomorrow. Now, to the children here present, you guys who are here and all over the world, know your identity, okay? Know your identity, know where you come from. Every child is special, okay? Every child is special. There's a reason, a purpose why you are created. One day you're going to be a doctor, one day you're going to be a lawyer, one day you're going to be a firefighter, one day you're going to be a driver. Be okay with where you know where you come from and accept that, okay? Stop comparing yourself to other children. Is that so? We cannot all be presidents. We cannot all be soccer players like Lionel Messi. We cannot all be vice presidents like the new one, Miss Kamala Harris. We cannot all be, all these famous people that we know. We cannot all be that. But if you're going to be a cleaner in your life, if you're going to be a firefighter, if you're going to be a driver, if you're going to be a police officer, do that job as much as you can with all the passion that you have, and be the greatest police officer ever. Do not aim to always want to do things that are beyond your reach, that are beyond your means, that are beyond your talent. If you are destined to be a street sweeper, can you be the greatest street sweeper in the world, like what Dr. Martin Luther King encourages us in his quote? And also, for children, I would like to implore you guys to respect yourselves first. Every day when you wake up, you should respect yourself, bath, And be careful of what you say to others. Be careful of the things that you do around others. Right? I'm about to finish, don't worry. Then, respect other people, respect other children. You know, where you're staying. Talk to them nicely. Be kind to them. Respect your elders, your parents, your teachers, your guardians. Respect them. Respect does not mean that if they are violating your rights, you should just condone that. You should just go with it. No. Respect means you listen to them. You respectfully put across your opinion. Yes, you said this, but I was thinking this. Respect is very important. If you see a president, you should respect them as much as you respect a police officer, as much as you respect a street sweeper. Respect is equal. It should be the same for everyone, regardless of how much money someone has or where they've been. And lastly, very important, as children, I would like you guys to take action. First of all, before I talk about this, I want you guys to clap hands for yourselves, because today you've actually taken action. Let's clap hands for ourselves. So what you've done is you have spoken out your rights, right? That's the first step to action. Now, the next step is doing simple things. When it comes to the environment, let's pick up the papers. Let's not throw things around. Yeah. When we have an idea, maybe you want to be a doctor when you grow up. Maybe you have an idea to make the society better. Go to your aunt, tell her. Go to your parent. Go to someone. Speak out what you think. Share your thoughts. I want you guys to read. Read as much as possible. When I'm talking about reading, I'm not talking about your books only. I'm talking about the news. Find out what's happening in the world and how you can be a good child. Okay? Because the moment you take action, your voices will be heard and you'll be recognized. So thank you very much, everyone, and thank you very much to our supporters, their donors who have gone out of their way to make this event very possible. I would like to thank you from the deepest part of my heart. I would like to thank the team at MWC SPORT for successfully doing our first community development activity. So now,
we learned about education. Education is important because it inspires many people.
Children's rights are special and they matter. When I grow up, I would like to be a scientist. Child has a right to life. When I grow up, I want to be a doctor.